after Israel launched what is described as preventive attacks on Iranian military and nuclear targets last week. Russia's position appeared clear. The Ministry of Foreign Affairs in Moscow condemned what is called unprovoked military strikes against a sovereign UN member state, referring to Iran. The Washington Post writes that fears of possible geopolitical losses are growing in Russia amid the ongoing conflict between Israel and Iran. The U.S. publication reports that the Russian elite understands that the current escalation could turn into a disaster for Moscow's main ally in the Middle East, Iran. Russian MP Konstantin Zatulin admitted that the situation is developing into a dangerous direction for Moscow. The conflict began with Israel's massive bombing of Iran's nuclear facilities and the assassination of its military commanders. Although the Kremlin initially viewed this as an opportunity for diplomatic maneuvering, events are unfolding in the opposite direction. Russian analyst and ideologue Konstantin Malofeyev said only a summit between Putin and Trump can save the world from disaster. It's time for the Americans to leave Ukraine to us. The expert suggested that Russia could use its long-standing ties with Iran to bring Tehran back to nuclear deal talks in exchange for concessions from the US. The biggest danger is that any solution to the crisis risks Russia's position in the region. If Netanyahu can bring about regime change in Iran, the new government is unlikely to be as friendly to Moscow as the current Iranian regime. Even if the regime withstands the attacks, a nuclear arms race will begin in the Middle East, which is not in Russia's interests. It is difficult to imagine Russia winning here. Against the backdrop of losing positions in Syria, Iran's defeat would be an even greater blow. Of course, Russia should be friends with Iran because, in politics and in life, everything is very simple. Hawkish Russian TV personality Sergei Madan commented after the latest Middle East crisis escalated. If you have an enemy and your enemy has partners and allies, his partners and allies are automatically your enemies. There are no illusions about this, and there can't be any. Since Israel is a key ally of the United States, of course, we are interested in the weakening of Israel and helping its adversaries.
Sirens could be heard and smoke could be seen rising over the Tel Aviv skyline on Tuesday, amid reports of more Iranian strikes. According to Associated Press, it comes as Israel appeared to be expanding its air campaign on Tehran, 5 days after its surprise attack on Iran's military and nuclear program, as U.S. President Donald Trump posted an ominous message warning residents of the city to evacuate. Iran has retaliated by launching more than 370 missiles and hundreds of drones at Israel. So far, 24 people have been killed in Israel and more than 500 wounded. The Israeli military said a new barrage of missiles was launched on Tuesday, and explosions could be heard in northern Israel.